All right, good morning, guys. Michael and Israel here from Bucks Island with another Tech Tuesday. So, been a busy week. Did you have fun working yesterday? Y'all did some shooting, didn't you?
I'll tell you what we did is we did a little cleanup in the shop, and then everybody's had such a long, year worth of 6 months, 6 months a year. We decided to take the rigging crew and the service crew skeet shooting at the range. So just got me a little souvenir to go with it. Yeah, so we shot a lot at the same time.
Well,
yeah. So we had fun. I ate good too. So.
Hey, eating good and shooting guns. Yeah. I mean, America, right?
That's right.
All right, guys. Drop us some questions. So it's definitely that time of the year, funky weather. We'll be going through these cycles of cold fronts. You holding to your prediction Halloween for the first cold?
Yes, I'll say it'll be either the day before or the night of. Usually it's the night of. It ends up freezing and raining a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm sticking to it.
All right, guys.
Last year was a little bit of an anomaly, but it was right after that.
So if you are looking to winterize your boat, let's call in, get the schedule made, or get it done.
Yeah. And these days it's a lot more than just getting water out of it so it doesn't freeze and bust. There's a little more to it now to keep everything in check.
All right. All right, so one question I had a carryover from, we got a question pop in here. Let's see here. Do y'all put LED lights on a trailer?
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, we have to tell you can't use them while you're running down the road. I don't have to tell you that, but you can get a ticket for running them going down the road.
Well, unless he's talking about replacing the brake lights and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's legal, but I mean, you can do it. I've seen people do both, but it's just good to know that sometimes you can get in trouble for running anything other than the amber, the red, and
gotcha.
And the white.
Okay, so getting blingy with your.
But we have put them on, and we've had some packages where the manufacturers put them on, but they recommend using them in the proper way. They're really good when you're putting them in your boat in the morning.
Okay.
At the ramp. So.
And I'll expand on that just a hair on just general trailer service. We don't do a ton, but I mean we replace bunks and do some of that trailer stuff, a little welding if necessary.
Yeah.
Every now and again, but yeah, I guess I would fall under. We're a full service shop, so we can do a lot of stuff for you. All right. So, question that we had from last week: would one 36 volt or three 12 volt batteries be better? And I think this is mainly. This is a lithium battery question. I fish current and a heavy slop for 12 hours. Is 50 to 60 amp enough? Amp hours, and he runs the Ghost.
Okay. Well, I can start by saying I personally, if I were buying lithium batteries and setting up that system, I would do three batteries, 12 volts. And the only reason I say that is, there's two reasons. Number one is if you had a malfunction that wasn't covered under warranty, or the warranty ran out and you still had, you only had one battery, then you have to replace. See you, buddy. You out of here?
Yes, sir, man.
All right, man.
We'll get home and lay down a little bit.
Be safe.
I'll talk to you next week.
Special guest George Maynard here.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. But if you have three 12 volts and one of them goes bad, you can replace one.
Yep.
Okay. If you have a 36 that goes bad, you have to replace them all. And let's just say you use that battery and it's under warranty, and most of the time you have to ship that battery off, and it could be 3 weeks before you get it back. So if you only have a 36, you've got to and you want to fish, you got to put 3 batteries in there.
Okay.
And if you got a 12 volt, or if you got a 12 volt system,
Yep.
3 of those, you could always throw another battery of some sort in there just to supplement. Okay, so that's the first reason. The second reason is if your cranking battery ever goes dead and you're stranded out on the water, you don't have anything to jump your motor off with.
Gotcha.
So if you have the 12 volts, you at least have a chance to supplement your cranking battery to jump it off to get going again.
All right.
And then amp hour wise, I believe most of the lithiums I've seen, they typically have about 100 amp hours.
If you're 12 volt, you should see 100 amps. This amp hours, 100 amp hours is the standard. But I think when you go up 24 and 36 volt,
does it drop it down?
Yeah, it drops the amp hour. So like a 50 amp hour 24 volt battery is basically the same as 2.
Okay, so it divides the amps when you multiply the voltage. That's right. So I know from what I'm hearing out there from people who have even have the Minn Kota that's still a brush motor, but the ones that have the brushless motors, they're getting a lot more than they used to. So if they were getting 7 to 8 hours, they're getting 12, 13, and sometimes 14 hours off of these lithium batteries. So I think for the money, if you're in heavy current a lot, you would definitely want to get a bigger, stronger, more reliable battery.
So, I mean, depending on the boat, the guy says he's got a Ghost. So one thing about the Ghost is that it can be a 24 or 36 volt.
So if you have one go out, you can switch to 24 volt.
Right. So, I mean, maybe if you're buying it new and you haven't, I mean, obviously it depends if you already got the boat and you've got it set up for a 36 volt system. But if you're buying new, depending on the size of the boat, the advantage of the Ghost and the Garmin Force, because it's the same way, you could start with 24, see if that's good enough. Is that enough power for you? You can always add another battery in, flip a switch, and you got a 36 volt, and you're getting the full power out of that motor. And then to your point of if a battery fails on you, you can always on the water, disconnect that bad battery and keep rolling. So it'll be interesting to see.
Do those trolling motors? I know I should know this, but I don't deal with that part.
Well,
do they auto detect, or do you have?
You got to flip a switch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got
Pretty
a switch
simple,
on it. Yeah.
So there you
go. And a lot of it I mean, I spent some time with Scott Canterbury. He's running a Ghost, and of course he's got a 36 volt set up, and running that Skeeter FXR20. I mean, we were doing 4.5 miles an hour with that motor. It's a strong, because I think it's more than 112 pound. But
I know they had to tune them down a little bit because they were almost too much.
And it's quiet. So time will tell in terms of reliability and all that kind of stuff. So I think Derek got certified right on that motor. But we'll see.
Yeah, he is. He's our trained professional.
All right. We've got some good questions coming in here. It looks like 2007 Yamaha F-150. 87 octane or what is that? No octane.
Well, I can tell you what they're designed to run, if that helps. So they're designed to run 87 octane. So that's fine to run. A lot of the HPDIs were designed to run 87 octane, but I had a customer the other day, and I'm a proponent for trying things to see how it works. But Yamaha tells me that if you run a higher octane, that it can build carbon.
Okay.
So does it help the motor? Will it run better? I don't know. It's something you could try. You could try to go up an octane to see if it helps performance. I don't see it much just because they formulated these engines to run on 87. But I had a guy about a month ago tell me that he runs 91 octane in his 250 HPDI. And he says it performed a lot better for him. So
okay.
And so I told him, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let me stop you. But I can tell you what the recommended stuff is, and for that engine, 87 octane should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to piggyback on that, consistent conversation, ethanol, non-ethanol.
And you already know my answer to that.
Yeah.
Ethanol free is the best way to go as long as it's the station turns it over regularly. Right. Okay. You don't want to have a gas station that's had 3 months worth of, ethanol free sitting there waiting for somebody to use it because you're backing up before you ever start. If you're running in the summertime and you fish a lot every week, the ethanol gas is fine. It's just when the ethanol gas sits up and gets old, that's when we start seeing issues, and it can cause failures, and not only failure in the motor, but it could cause a failure in your fuel system altogether, fuel pumps or fuel line or even the tank. If you have an aluminum tank, it can cause oxidation in the tank, and it can actually grow a weird bacteria that turns into a chalk that can stop things up down the line. So there's a lot of things you have to weigh when you're making that choice, but always ethanol free if you can get it and it's fresh.
Gotcha. All right. Shane says you can't wait to get my Avid from y'all. Which Avid are you buying, Shane?
I haven't sold two.
We've got a few of them going out. We've got this is a 19XB sitting right behind us, and then that's a 19 FS.
FS. So we just sold the FS.
Yep, that one's sold. You can see that set. But this is kind of challenging.
Yep, there you go. It's backwards.
And then 23 FS is sold. And then we just got a shipment in today. Yeah,
was that me?
I think that was a page for you. He can jump in and talk to you online. We got a couple 21 FSs in this morning and another 20XB. I know y'all got a 20XB. Okay, 20XB.
Yeah, that's the one we're putting a bunch of stuff on.
That's going to be a sweet rig. I cannot wait to see that thing.
Almost done.
All right. I think that 20XB is going to be a great boat for a lot of folks. Just bought a 195 Falcon. Love the boat. Great service.
Yep.
Thanks, Rick.
I like the 195. It's a fun boat to drive. The gray and black one. Yep, that's it.
All right. Yeah, that boat is. I've only gotten a little bit of time, in that 20XB is.
If I fished, I think that's probably the boat I would buy.
It's
and I'm not just saying that because you're on here, Shane, but everybody can attest to it. I love Davids.
Yeah, they've been very impressed. I can't wait to see when we run this 19 FS. So I think that's also going to be a real interesting boat for a lot of folks. Oh, fish an aluminum fishing series. Okay.
Okay. Well, you got a good boat for it. That's for sure.
You're going to be one of the faster ones out there for sure. All right. And then I missed this this little hand wave. All right. All right. Well, I am not seeing any more comments, and we got a few good ones.
I got to go work on Johnny's boat. That's where I got pulled off of. One at the top.
All right.
Got his boat in here right now.
Well, we will let you get back to work and go see what that page was. Mm-hmm. Guys, if you've got questions, feel free. If you're watching this later on, drop us a comment, message us. We're going to try and get to it for sure. I know talking with Angela some, if you call and are looking to spend time talking to a service tech, sometimes that's easier said than done as we stay busy and keep them back there in a bay. So that's kind of what Tech Tuesday is all about, is getting on here and asking a question and let us spend the time talking to you. And doing the best we can to answer. That's been a lot of fun. It's definitely goes well when you get questions in here. So, right. All right, guys. Well, hope everybody bringing us a new battery this afternoon.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right. thanks for joining us today, and I guess we'll see y'all next week. Virtual Fish Fest coming up the end of the month. I am going to start working on getting stuff out for that tomorrow. So that should be the 24th and 25th of October. New bunch of lives, bunch of fishing content. And then all that week, we're going to have special discounts on tackle and promos and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So should be fun. You'll be seeing a lot of that stuff coming out, guys.
Just cast your lines long and wide. Just don't hit your TV.
Yeah. I guess you could watch
virtual.
So. You watch that YouTube on TV, on your phone, your iPad. Right. I don't know. A lot of guys tuning in at work. So
I won't tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of play on the internet all day at work. So
you get paid to do that, though, right?
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here, get back to work, and go grab some lunch. And again, if you own a restaurant that serves lunch food,
bring it.
We're down for some sponsorship. All right. We'll talk to you later, guys.